It's another Wesley Wednesday with Pastor Dave. A good friend and fellow clergy who listens to these devotions called me last week. Drinkard, where do you get all this information for your devotions? I've never heard of the Stillness debate. You must be making this stuff up. I responded in good nature that if he'd gone to a better school of theology, he would know more about the Wesleys. For the record, in a biography on John Wesley written by Stephen Tompkins, he includes an entire chapter on stillness and schism. And John Tyson, in Assist Me to Proclaim the Life and Hymns of Charles Wesley, titles a chapter The Snare of Stillness, 15 pages. Both of these works have influenced my devotions. The stillness movement will eventually lead to a schism within the Methodist societies in England. It started in London and spread to Oxford, Wales, and beyond. Eventually, the movement would recover, but it would result in painful experiences for both John and Charles. Long-time friendships were severed, and lessons would be learned. For Charles, it renewed his loyalty to the Church of England and prepared him for the coming debate with the Calvinists. Quoting from John Tyson, it was not uncommon for proponents of stillness to comment that one only need to be still and wait for the Lord to save them. Once saved, they were free from any of the commandments. Charles would counter this view in his hymns with an ironic play of words inherent in the debate, "Be still and know that I am God." He sought to give the singer and listener a proper understanding of stillness as waiting in God's appointed ways, that being the means of grace, which would allow a person to encounter the living God and feel the saving power of Jesus' blood. Hence, a person could be renewed inwardly by faith-filled participation in the outward signs of God's grace. I share the following verses from Charles's hymns. Here in thine own appointed ways, I wait to learn thy will. Silent I stand before thy face, and hear thee say, Be still. Be still and know that I am God. 'Tis all I live to know, to feel the virtue of thy blood and spread its praise below. I wait my vigor to renew, thine image to retrieve, the veil of outward things pass through and grasp in thee to live. Thine is the work, and thine alone. But shall I idly stand? Shall I the written rule disown, and slight my God's command? Thou bidst me search the sacred leaves, and taste the hallowed bread. The kind command my soul receives, and long on thee to feed. Still for thy loving kindness, Lord, I in thy temple wait. I look to find thee in thy word, or at thy table meet. In closing, the hymns help us to sing our theology. That is why John published hymn books to be used in the Methodist meetings. His directions for singing was to learn these tunes before you learn any others, and to sing them exactly as they are printed, without altering or mending them at all. And if you have learned them otherwise, unlearn them as soon as you can. Why, you ask? Because he did not want a view of God's grace which was contrary to Scripture to be preached, taught, or sung within the movement. Thanks for listening, and I'll be back next Wednesday. Have a blessed day.